so we could just edit anything out.
Yeah. So this is cool. We'll just wait till you sit down and then we'll start.
Dude, you're perfectly moto for this.
Yeah. Of course, sweatpants. You want me to start it?
Sure, if you want to. Speak up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, guys? Uprising back again for the next YouTube video, but this time we're going to be switching it up a little bit. So today I have, obviously, Coach Bettis, and then we have a special guest here today.
Very special.
Yeah, he's our chiropractor. But no, on a serious note, this is PhD Phelps. He is one of our Marine buddies, and more importantly, one of our closer friends. So today is a very special day for two of us because yours was last week. So yeah, sure. It's our year mark in the Marine Corps, right? So today we really just wanted to share kind of our journey into the Marine Corps, talk about some stuff that got us here in the first place, and really just give you some insight. Simply because I have people back home asking me about it, and people want to join every day. Other than that, we want to give some personal background for all our senior guys out there. I know this is super boot, we don't care. And then other than that, I guess we can do it like podcast type. We can ask each other questions and then kind of go from there, see what's up.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah, so I guess for starters, I'll just ask you no, matter of fact, I'll ask you why. Just kind of give them your background and then tell them what got you from your previous career and what got you to here now and why you want to do it.
All right. Well, my story is a little unique, I found. I joined the Marine Corps when I was 28 years old, which is the absolute cutoff. If I was 29, you need an age waiver, and they're very difficult to get. So yeah, I was 28 years old. I had my doctorate. I was a chiropractor. But I had always wanted to join the Marine Corps. That was always my plan. And when I was in high school, my grandfather said, go to college, get some school, the Marine Corps will be there when you get out. Sure enough, he was right. I went through school. I didn't have my heart set in what I was doing, so I did what I always wanted to do, and I joined the Marine Corps. People always ask, why did you enlist as opposed to officer? The answer was simple. I was much heavier than I am now, about 60 pounds heavier. So OCS would have been a problem. It would have been very hard to get in the first place because my PFT, physical fitness test, you guys probably know about it if you're watching this, but my PFT was terrible because I was heavy. But I lost a lot of weight, and boot camp helped me lose even more. I came out of boot camp. Overall, I had lost 75 pounds by the end of boot camp, from my start of wanting to join the Marine Corps to the end of boot camp, which was only 6 months total. Yeah, it kicked my ass. But yeah, so definitely don't go in there out of shape. So one of the big things I did at home was, because I talked to a Marine who said, I was like, what's the big thing you do in boot camp? And unfortunately, it was running and it was burpees.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Burpees are the most common punishment used in boot camp. And it continues once you're out of boot camp. You're never going to get away from burpees. So honestly, start them now. Just get used to them. That's honestly what did it for me. They say, especially when you're younger, boot camp's tough, mentality, because you'll be away from your family. You're getting yelled at constantly, which, it slowly devolves as you get further in boot camp. You learn more, you learn what not to do, they stop yelling at you as much. It's more just structure, which is kind of the point. But, again, I can't relate to, being away from my family, because I was away 10 years at that point. I didn't get homesick. I wasn't, missing my parents or anything like that. So I can't really speak on that. But in terms of just the physical aspect of it, start training, start going to those pulley functions, stuff like that. Run. All right, it's only gonna help you.
And do it while you're screaming.
Yeah,
do everything while you're
honestly,
screaming.
yeah. While you're running, if you run with someone, talk. It sounds stupid, but the whole time you're running at boot camp, you're either yelling out, they call ditties, you're yelling out cadence, you're always talking, and it's to improve your VO2 max. Like, it's designed to help you breathe better while performing these exercises, so do that.
Well said. So the big thing, I guess we can talk about next is like, you talked about the Marine Corps always being there, even when you got out of, how many years of college was it? 8 years of college. You talked about, the Marine Corps always being there for you if you wanted it. So if you guys didn't know, we all have prior experience before the Marine Corps, whether it be education, job, whatever. We did not join straight out of high school. So I guess that's what makes us unique, especially at the time and the rank we're at now, is because most of the guys you see come into the Marine Corps are, fresh, straight out of high school, have no idea what's going on, and usually don't know what they're getting into. So I guess the next question would be like, how was that an advantage for you going through boot camp? Like, do you think that it would have been much worse for you if you would have came straight out of high school?
I don't know about boot camp, because it's kind of the same experience for everyone, honestly, other than,
It's a little different for me.
Yeah, not missing your family or anything like that. That's a little different for most people. But I don't know, boot camp, it's just weird. I don't know. I think where my prior life experience and stuff like that, like not enlisting right out of high school, helped the most was when we actually started getting into schoolhouses or really like our actual job now. I don't know, just the maturity level most of the time is a little bit different than joining right out of high school. You're used to working, stuff like that. So that's where it really helped me. I'm used to working, long weeks, having to study, not like
Just put in the time.
Yeah,
Put in the time for everything.
Yeah, so that's where it helped me the most. Boot camp, like I said, is very different for me, especially if you compare it to Phelps. I was homeschooled, so and I didn't live on campus either for college, so I was commuting. So separating from the family was completely different for me. So that was interesting to say the least. But so I guess that's where it was very different.
That's fair. I mean, like I said, I didn't experience the hardship as much as when I was in boot camp, but I definitely saw it. And the big thing was the younger guys, they didn't realize that everyone, with exceptions, everyone was experiencing that. Everyone's separated from the normal, the comfort, everything. That's the whole point, design you to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I've heard that so many times.
Yeah. But in the beginning, you'll see a lot of people drop, a lot of people want to quit, a lot of tears and stuff like that, and obviously they don't let the drill instructors see that. Like, they try and keep it hidden. But I don't know, maybe being older, I noticed when people were just starting to shut down almost. And I mean, you had to tell them everyone is experiencing this right now. You look around, you may feel alone, but you're really not. For my platoon, we had, I don't know, was it 56 or something? There's 55 other guys going through the exact same thing. Just talk to them, ask questions, and you'd be surprised how similar everyone is feeling at that moment.
Yeah, you'd actually be surprised how much of an opportunity you get to kind of talk with everyone else. So going into boot camp, I just expected no socializing of any sort really. I didn't know about this. What was it called? Square away time, or
oh yeah,
at the end
senior
of the
drill
night.
instructor square away time.
Yeah, at the end of the night, where normally you're using that to fix your foot lockers or something that they dumped out right before you went on that time. But Phelps was saying,
that should never happened to my platoon. They never dumped our shit.
Oh, well, must be nice.
Oh my god.
we were a very good platoon though,
Yeah,
let's
shut
be
your
honest.
mouth.
Oh my god. But yeah. So you actually get a chance to get to know each other a little bit, especially as it gets later on in boot camp.
Oh, you just start shooting the shit for that.
Oh yeah. You just start doing whatever because, well, not whatever.
Not whatever, but You get more comfortable.
Yeah.
and-
No, definitely do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try and let us know how.
That's my word of advice.
Go knock on the drill store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask to
Yeah.
use your computer. Send some emails.
Yeah, so we don't want to give away too much of the training, guys, because I mean, everybody goes through it, and it's a great time, to say the least.
At the end, at the time, it sucks, but I honestly enjoyed it. Like,
You good? All right, guys. Sorry. So the video cut off. So we're gonna pick up where we left off a little bit.
All right, tight. So I guess the next question we each talked about was why we joined the military in general, like what life was before, and how did that translate to you joining the Marine Corps. So, Bettis, we can start with you.
Okay. So before the Marine Corps, I took a gap year right after high school. Was working a lot, working with my dad, doing electrical work, my uncle, doing pool work, worked at a gym, was coach for a while. I did a lot of things. Then I finally picked up school again. But then after a while, I just felt kind of stagnant. I felt like I just wasn't getting anywhere. Felt like I was too comfortable in my routine. So yeah, that's really when it started to sneak into my mind a little bit more and just start just getting me more and more interested. So and started visiting recruiters and stuff. So that's where I was at.
Yep, on you.
well, you kind of got my before story a little bit with my intro, but in terms of why the Marine Corps, I came from a Marine Corps family, grandfather, uncle. I have 2 cousins who are currently in. I have another who's about to once he graduates high school. So I was raised with the Marine Corps as a big part of my life. So it was a pretty easy choice. I do have one cousin in the Air Force. We just don't talk to him. But overall, it was an easy choice for the Marine Corps. I didn't even go to any other recruiters, anything like that. I went straight. I called the Marine Corps recruiter. I set up an appointment, and I went to him because I knew it's what I wanted to do. And yeah, now I'm doing the same thing with the officer recruiter. So life is fun.
Cool. So getting back to this again. I'm an Army brat. So honestly, like we talked about earlier, the funny thing was the first branch I ever thought about was the Air Force. And long story short, wasn't really feeling it. And then of course I thought about the Army because my parents are both Army, and I was like, no. So I go to the Marine Corps recruiting office, sit down with a recruiter, and there's just something about the Marine Corps that makes you really appreciate it. Those guys stand with pride, and they claim to be the best of the best, and that's what I wanted to be. So really from there, we talked about all these backgrounds earlier, like your college situation and you coming from chiropractic school, and then me just feeling stagnant and mediocre with everything from college. And I can talk about this in a later video, but it was the one thing that I wanted to succeed at, prove that I could be a United States Marine. So from there, it was I want to do this. Could have went the opposite route, chose not to, chose to enlist. That's a whole nother video too, I guess. But
That'll be our video.
yeah, that'll be our video. Yeah, we could do that. But really, the Marine Corps is the top dogs, and that's what every competitive alpha male wants to be. We can really just keep it that way. So that's the big thing. From there, keeping it short and sweet. I guess we can move into the next question of why the infantry?
Oh yeah. So who wants to start? You want me to?
Oh, you already talking?
Yep.
So for me, it was pretty simple. It was a pretty easy choice for me, just because I didn't want to do anything that I could really do in the civilian world. There's plenty of jobs in the Marine Corps that would translate pretty well into some civilian jobs. But if I was going to do that, why not get paid better to do it in the civilian world? So infantry, you can't really do that in the civilian world legally. So so that's basically why I chose infantry. And really, I don't know, I guess when you think about military, or at least when I thought about the military, that's what is in your mind, the guys on the front lines and stuff like that. That is the first thing that comes to mind, in my opinion.
Nope,
so,
definitely the guys at the desk.
Oh yeah. I mean, they fix our pay. So.
Like you said, we need those.
Yeah.
We need those guys.
Yeah.
Not bashing at all. We need pokes.
Oops.
Alright. I guess I'll try to remember everything I said before cutoff.
We lost 30 minutes, by the way,
We lost
guys.
a lot of video.
Yeah.
First thing I said was study for the ASVAB. Because that will, if you get a good score, it'll open up pretty much every door in terms of picking your MOS. And it's up to you. They always say, pick an MOS that when you get out of the Marine Corps, you can fall back on if you choose not to stay in. I came from obviously a unique situation in that I have a fallback career. So I chose infantry because I wanted the Marine Corps experience. And 95% of it, is shit. It's, but no, it is. They always say it's 95% terrible. Well, it's that 5% that really makes it all worth it. It honestly is. I've had a ton of fun, and I don't regret my decision for 1 second of going infantry in the Marine Corps. And honestly, if you're interested in it, go for it. Like,
Yeah.
what's stopping you?
Right. On me now?
Yep.
So keep it short and sweet. I was first recommended for recon. Realized that I could not swim with those guys. And I had like a month and a half to prepare, so I was like, still want to be a badass. And then I was told about the MSG program, but really I just wanted to be a grunt, so I was like, boom, I'll take it. Really from there, like, 0311 is the life, dude. Like, he talked about it, like, being shit and everything, but, like, you enjoy it. You embrace all of the suck, and every other Marine will tell you that, especially an infantry Marine. So really, that's pretty much it as far as, like, why I chose the infantry. Other than that, like, why else would you choose it? It's the job.
Yeah.
Like, it's the job that everybody wants to do, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you want to do a different job, I would probably recommend a different branch.
Yeah.
If you come
Honestly.
in with the mindset that you want to do, let's say something financial, something
Yeah, which is
engineering
fine.
wise, don't look Marine Corps first. I'm not saying don't at all,
Yeah.
but there's definitely better options, signing bonuses, etc.
Still need those guys.
Living
With the other
situations.
Yeah,
Eating
Hey,
situations.
dang it.
a lot of perks with the other.
Okay, alright.
Hey, I don't regret my decision. All right,
don't.
I'll say it every day.
Yeah.
Hey, but I want them to
There'll be
know.
minutes. Or am I, what the fuck am I doing?
Alright, so last thing we kicked it off with before we ended the video, if you had one piece of advice right now to give to somebody who is dead set on it, freaking leaving for boot camp tomorrow, what would you tell them?
So I would definitely tell them, make sure everything at home is squared away, whether it's financial, just relationships with your family, friends,
Girlfriends.
significant other.
Past tense.
Yeah. Just make sure everything's squared away. Make sure you're on good terms with everything, because you don't want anything along those lines to be lingering in the back of your mind while all the other crazy stuff is happening throughout boot camp. You want to be able to focus just on that and really train as hard as you can. So that would be my best advice, probably.
I believe what I had said was, don't take it personal. Drill instructors, they're gonna yell at you. That's their job. It may seem that they hate your guts, and it may seem to last all day. It may seem to last all week. They don't hate you. Granted, there are a few that other recruits hate, like in terms of other recruits, but that's on us, that's on them. They just need to change. The drill instructors don't hate you. Don't go internal. Don't break down.
They hated me.
They liked you. That's why they picked on you. You're easy. Don't take it serious, but don't take it so personal. They're not attacking you.
Like I said earlier, have your why, have your reason. The best piece of advice my senior drill instructor gave to me, excuse my French, but he said, just give a fuck. And those words will take you so far in not only Marine Corps recruit training, but the Marine Corps in general, and even more so life itself. Just care, from the smallest little details to the biggest events. Just care, give everything you have, and when times get tough, remember that on the other side of every rough journey is a great destination. Keep that in mind, keep your mindset straight, know your reason why, and you'll be fine throughout everything in the Marine Corps. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, we cut it there.
I think we're done.
Alright, cool.
Hopefully it didn't cut off.
Oh, no, I'm kidding.